That's Tara Garden with The Party's Over. It's on Rising Stars, the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I am Rick Eberle. We're here every Monday night between 9 and 10 p.m. playing the best and emerging artists from around the world with a focus on the local Long Island market. You want to hear your song on the show? Send me a WAV or MP3 file to rick@rickeberle.com. If you're listening on air, it's 90.3 FM. If you're listening online, it's nccradio.org. You can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/WHPC Rising Stars. You can find me on the socials at Rick Eberle. And that's about it, guys. We started off the set with Dead Superstar, T-Trend and the Boys, These Voices, followed by Sick Life. Shout out to Mob out in L.A. That song's called Soul Feast. And then the guests of honor tonight, we played one of their new singles called The Party's Over. It's Tara Garden. What is up? We got Paul. We got Mike. What's the good word, my friends?
Hey.
What's going on, everyone?
What's going on, Rick? How's everything,
Happy
brother?
to be here.
Everything's great. Nah, I'm excited to be able to support some of your original music because that's what we're all about. And I know that you have a lot going on with the scene, Paul, especially. And, you know, I definitely want to tell everyone, all of our listeners, et cetera, about all the great things you're doing. I know you're playing some tribute bands as well. So let's get to know let's get to know the band.
Well, I do some tribute and cover bands. I'm in a Deep Purple tribute, and I do a two-man acoustic, and I do a wedding band, and I do a classic rock band, and I do a punk rock cover band.
Nice.
But, you got to do certain things for money, and then you do certain things for the love of music
That's
and
right.
original music. I've canceled $1,000 shows to play a show for the door because it was original music. And it's a part of you, original music. And I'm surrounded by Journey, Foreigner,
Right.
and everything else. And there's really no local clubs that really do original music much anymore.
Very few.
There's a handful. We started this band 13 years ago, me and the drummer G. And we're a hard rock metal band. You know, we're not like doing Cookie Monster yelling. It's hard rock metal. And basically, we're doing our fourth CD right now. You just played the new single, The Party's Over. And we're looking forward to getting the new CD out. Through the years, Gina and I, we've had some new band members. And like everything, it grows and it expands and it blooms. So how we started off with a certain type of music, it's a little different now because we have different players and everyone puts their mix on it. And I think we finally got the right people because we're very happy.
And how does the songwriting process work? Are you coming up with ideas and bring them to the band, or is Mike writing, or how does that kind of work? You guys all write it, just come together at practice and say, all right, here's an idea, and just turn it into something special?
There's been various different approaches. There's been times where we've just jammed in a room and naturally came up with a riff and evolved from there. There's been times where we each record a riff and put it on like a shared Google Drive or Dropbox.
Okay,
Go down
that's
the
cool.
list, listen to it, and be like, oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, we got 37 riffs from Bill tonight.
All right, listen, that's good, though.
And it's fantastic. And especially now with these players that we have 4 different people putting their inputs in. And then our drummer, Gina, she's just phenomenal. She gets it every time on the mark.
Yep.
You know, and we could have something that sounds like Red Hot Chili Peppers or something that sounds like Black Sabbath or something that's totally off the wall, and she'll nail it every time.
And
There you go. I mean, playing together with for that many years, obviously, kind of breeds a great rapport, tightness, and whatnot. I mean, I've been playing with my band for 30
Oh,
30
my Lord,
years.
You are tight,
We
bro.
just had our 30-year anniversary. Our first
congrats.
show,
Congrats.
our
brother.
first show ever was January 16th of 1990. Oh no, wait. No, we're 29 years. See?
Okay.
29
You
years.
didn't have like a party or anything.
Well, here's the thing. So we played as a three-piece. Myself, my sister who plays bass, which obviously
nice.
gives us an unfair advantage because like we're related.
Yeah. I hear
Although the bands that are related usually break up, but I digress. So yeah, no, it's something to be proud of to be able to play that long with someone, and then it's almost like you know each other's, what you're gonna do next.
Before they even do.
Yeah, it's so sweet. It's so
we have
I love
a
that.
good chemistry among the five of us, and we pride ourselves on the diversity. And we never know how a song's gonna go. And we've written songs in an hour, and some other times we've taken 6
Right?
weeks
Yeah.
and in between. So
Or years. I mean, there's some
know.
people that have a song that they love, but there's something missing, and then it finally kicks in. So it's a part of the whole songwriting process. It's really exciting. Where did you guys record this?
We recorded this last track you heard at Crescent Sound in Farmingdale. We did our last 2 CDs there.
Yep.
And we did 7 tracks mixed there. We recorded 9, and the last 2 we're going to mix at Westfall Studios in Farmingdale with Billy Pfister
Cool.
producing.
who has his
Sure.
own Terror Garden history as well.
Yes, he was actually part of the band for about a year. We've had a couple of people. We have Pete Testa, who was in the band for a while, and Pete plays with Scatterbrain, with Guy, another
there you go.
phenomenal musician on Long Island,
Bass player.
who
Yep.
happens to own a fantastic music store, All Music in Plainview. So anybody looking for some good guitars, he's running out of room. So please go there because he can't hang them on the wall anymore.
And also for bands, Guy has a music booking agency as well.
Yes.
So he's got this other guy, Rick, that works with him. I forget.
know that
yeah,
guy.
He's kind of a jerk sometimes, but it's more like because he's kind of antisocial because he has social anxiety. So like,
Yeah, but we love him.
it seems like people that he doesn't want to talk to people, but it's really that he's just
But we love him.
has too much going on in his own head. But yeah,
Don't
or
we all?
maybe it was like maybe a few extra hours, like it took wait to take my medicine a little late. But in any case, yeah, things have been going really well for that, and we're excited to bring some more music to you guys, and I'm sure you guys will be in the picture somewhere, whether it's one of your tributes or guys always
That'd be great.
advocating for you. So
That's a good thing.
absolutely. Do you want to
appreciate that.
tell me a little bit about the song while we get the music up? The first song that you guys played. I mean, obviously, The Party's Over is relatively self-explanatory, but what was kind of the impetus behind writing that? Like, which party's over? Like, what were you feeling in the moment when you were writing that?
Vocally, yeah.
The pandemic. Everything's changed since the pandemic.
Right.
The party's over. The party is over. Everything changed. My friends couldn't go to clubs to see other friends play, and if they did, they had to make reservations. They had to wear a mask.
Yep.
It was pretty ridiculous. And then the governor of New York sure didn't help the situation either. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV and the whole pandemic, and then I was flipping channels and I caught this cool thing about UFOs, so I threw that in there too.
I mean, people don't realize that musicians, this is their livelihood. This is our livelihood. And so by shutting everything down, you shut people's ability to make any money. Even if you're like the guy making $150 playing the acoustic show at the bar,
Right.
at the restaurant. The restaurants weren't happening, and then there's a trickle down, right? So I do publicity mostly, right? And then I do some bookings, and the same thing. If you're not playing any shows, you have nothing to promote. If if you're not putting anything out, if there's no events,
No.
So I wasn't making any money. You take loans and this and that. So a lot of musicians found at least some solace and some great inspiration, right?
That was the thing. Everybody got to take a little bit of time to fall back and say, hey, listen, I can't perform live, but that doesn't prevent me from either learning new music or creating new music.
Right.
We actually went outside the box as at the height of the pandemic. We did our previous album, Keep It Real, at Bethpage State Park.
Okay.
So an outdoor picnic thing.
Smart.
Yeah.
We couldn't play clubs, and
Right.
the CD was going to be released. So we went and we got a permit at Bethpage Park, and We started that 3 years ago, and we've been doing it every
Now it's
year.
an annual tradition.
Right now, it's become a
It went
festival.
over
I
so
love it.
well. It went over so well, and it's social distancing. I can't talk tonight.
Making everybody happy, right?
And yeah, everybody has their little barbecue over here, and their little clique over here and there,
Right.
and everybody just comes together and has a great time. Until the generator breaks.
Or the cops come because it's too old, too loud for the old lady down the
We figured
block.
it out last time.
Yes.
We played like away towards the trees, and no one bothered us.
It was great. And then the two people that did complain, we gave them a hot dog and a burger
Yeah.
and a beer, and they were
Food
happy.
cures
Yeah.
everything.
They were, food does cure everything.
Amen. Cool, guys. So we're going to play another track. It's called I Don't Care. So let's front sell that one. What's going down with that tune? Like, what's it about? And then, is that a new single? Is that going to be like the second single or something like that?
So I Don't Care was the first single we released on the previous album.
Oh, gotcha.
Keep It
The
Real
Keep It
from
Real.
2020.
Cool, cool.
So how this came about, we have one song in our set that's really tuned really low. It's a Seven Dust cover.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And
Yes.
for me, it would be very annoying to be like, oh, I got to tune down and, all that way just for one song. I'm like, we got to write another original in this tuning just so we could pair them. So I came up with the main riff of this song, introduced it to the guys. We took it piece by piece. And it's kind of a very heavy, sludgy,
Yeah, I got to say, I think this is our heaviest tune.
Nice.
possibly.
Yeah,
And,
I think this is our heaviest tune, and at least on that album.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's cool. I think you guys kind of fit in with the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame, which I was involved with a few weeks ago.
Yes, I
And,
have to get out
Yeah,
there.
maybe next year you guys should shoot out. I could definitely get you in. So I'll give you some
Fantastic.
passes if you can get your butts out there. I'll put you down. You can come out to the red carpet, the whole nine. And it's so funny, and you don't realize this, okay? But regardless of the millions, I almost say a million, but let's say 100,000 famous people that have come from Long Island, it's really unbelievable if you went back and really did your research. Every style of music, the biggest artists in the world, they come from Long Island. I don't know what it is, but it's true. And I could talk about this for an hour and keep naming names. So I find that to be a source of pride for myself, and it always has been since I'm a kid. And it's also a source of making you feel like, well, maybe I can make it because, everyone from Public Enemy to Debbie Gibson and everything
Yeah.
in between, VOD, I grew up at the
Joe,
same high
Mariah.
school.
There
you know?
go. There you
But
go.
but where I'm going with this is that I think that it was crazy the other night because you had Twisted Sister, who's like the most legendary Long Island band, like Metallica opened for them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I
they
know.
were legendary. Then we had Steve Vai, who's from Carl Place.
Yeah.
We had Lou Graham, who spent a lot of time on Long Island. He may not be from here. And then you had Keith St. John, who sang, and he's from Long Island. You had Portnoy on drums because AJ Perro, rest in peace,
Right.
obviously. So I just found that to be wild, and people were laughing about it too. And they're like, I was the PR guy, and I'm from Long Island. They're just like, this is like a Long Island love fest. And I'm thinking about it. Satch is from Long Island, and he
Yup.
played last year.
Yup.
So it's like, dude, Long Island had a lot to do with metal history.
Yeah, look
so
at all the guys in Blue Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult, and then you got Foghat, right?
I know.
Although they're kind of pop, but I guess they're a little bit metal.
And I think the drummer, Simon
Leslie,
Kirk,
you had Mountain too,
Leslie was out
right?
there.
It's crazy, bro.
Hey, McCartney's got a house out in Amagansett.
Yeah, but I'm repping the metal right now.
Yeah, I
right?
hear you. I
So,
hear you. I
it's
hear
pretty
some
cool.
good
So-
stuff.
So here we go. Let's go with some little sludge from my man Terra Garden. Here they are with the next track. It's actually from their last album, so you're gonna have to search that one out on Spotify or whatnot. But here it is, Terra Garden with I Don't Care. It's on Rising Stars, the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. All right, that was Terra Garden with Learn How to Drive. We also heard from Terra Garden with their other track, which was called Shut Up and Buy Me a Freaking Drink. I think I'm going to start using that one. Like, shut up and buy me a
Good
drink.
advice.
Shut up and buy me a drink.
I wrote that song on a napkin, sitting at the bar at Revolution.
Oh, yeah. And we were just shouting out Pauline
Yes,
and
yes.
Steve Damiani. They're amazing peeps.
That's our
Oh, no doubt.
that's our live staple. I think pretty much every show, at least since I've been in the band, and probably before, that's our closer, or it's been played.
Oh, it has to be. That's like
Yeah.
a sing-along,
It is.
you know?
It is that and Learn How to Drive. We're trying to get
Yep.
to be the national song of Long Island.
All right. Yeah, seriously, people should learn how to drive
That's
around
how I wrote it. I was on the way to work, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Someone's
this guy's
gonna
going
die.
20 miles an hour in the lane. What's going on? Learn how to drive.
here. Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons type guy. I kind of like write what's around me and what I see and deal with, or even the news, something off the news. I'm not one of those, like, big fairy tale.
No, I mean, it's good time rock and roll. Nobody wants to hear that crap
Exactly.
anyway. Like, I don't listen to Guns N' Roses for, like, their mellow, wimpy songs.
Exactly. You want to
You
hear
know?
something pumping
Yeah, I
and
wanna-
energetic,
Well, exactly. And, not to digress on that band, I don't know if you like them or not, but, like, you go to Appetite for Destruction, like, that's the album I'm going to listen to.
Yeah.
Even, like, Use Your Illusion just starts getting wimpy. I don't know.
Too many tracks. I mean, they made 2 albums. They came out the same
At once,
day.
right? It's like Smashing Pumpkins did the same thing. It's very like narcissistic if you think about it.
It is, but I think they're trying to make a quick buck too.
So in other words, Terror Garden's going to make a double.
I can't wait, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it, Mike and Paul from Terror Garden. When are you guys playing next?
February 11th, but I think this show.
You just did the show
I
on
know.
February 11th, and that was
As
good.
far as
Yeah, we just did the show.
When was the other one?
it was a great
Anything
show.
else coming up?
Predicting the future. It was
Yeah.
a great show.
What else we got coming up, Mike?
The only thing that's definitely
Let the cat
scheduled,
out of the bag.
Saturday, March 25th at Shaker's Pub in Oakdale.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
stuff could still happen in between. There's some stuff after that we don't want to. We're just keeping a tight lid on right now. But March 25th, by the time you guys hear this.
Hey,
And
Rick,
sure.
listen, we sincerely really want to thank you, not just Terror Garden, but all these bands out here on the island that are playing original music, because there's not shows like yours out
Right.
here. And there's no way to get the word out about original music, covers, tributes, but original music. So we really want to thank you for having us in tonight.
Yes,
We
much appreciated.
Thanks for coming in, and let's all just keep rocking. All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thank you.
again.